Megan Thee Stallion is finally dropping her album, an actual album, not an EP, not an LP, not a mixtape, not a single, but an actual album. Anybody excited? Greetings, royal family. Thanks for clicking on the video and welcome back. All right, so I am going to talk about Megan Thee Stallion, things that's been going on with her lately. She was on the cover of GQ magazine as Rapper of the Year. That's a huge award. Also going to touch on Tory Lanez, who is scheduled to appear in court tomorrow, November 18th. So happy Tuesday, everybody. It is good to be back. Please make sure you're paying your admission fee by hitting that like button. Drop your comments as well. I look forward to reading your comments. Now, I've been away for about a week, and I come back to all of this good news. You see what I did there? So Miss Megan Thee Stallion, she made the announcement on her Instagram about 5 days ago that she is going to be dropping an album. Okay, on November 20th, right? You can pre-order the album now. It is available. And the title of her album, debut album, is going to be Good News. All right, so how do you guys feel about the name of the album? I'm not that excited. I'm going to keep it real. She has been doing a lot of promoting for her debut album. I know Carl Crawford, who is the head of 1501 and 300 Entertainment. That's the record label that Megan Thee Stallion is signed to. She's not signed to Roc Nation. She is signed to Roc Nation for management, but she still owes Carl Crawford 3 albums. This is as per her record contract. So I know Carl is excited. 1 down, 2 more to go. All right. I don't like the name of the album, Good News, but it is what it is. I'm excited to listen to this project to see what Meg is giving. You know, she's released a couple of singles. She was featured on one of the biggest songs of the year, WAP, with Cardi B. So I'm excited to see exactly what Meg is going to be giving, right? Now, when she said November 20th is the release date for her album, I said to myself, 2 days after Tory Lanez is scheduled to appear in court for his arraignment. I think that's what it is, right? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But November 20th, I'm like, that sounds familiar. Well, I'll be darned. Now, make sure you guys are following me on Instagram. I was active on Instagram during my little 1-week vacation, but I'm back and I'm glad to be here. I miss you guys. All right. So this was on my Instagram page. You know, I put this little collage together. So you see on the left, Megan Thee Stallion, you know, she made her little announcement through such a rough year. I felt like we could all use a little good news. My official album, Good News, drops November 20th, pre-save tonight at midnight, right? This was like 4 days ago. Then my nosy self went back to Tory Lanez's Twitter. And on November 6th, he posted the rap and R&B capsules will drop at the same damn time. That's like, I guess, a double album he's planning on putting out, or some sort of project, November 20th. I'll update y'all later on the names of the capsules. Love you all. So I scratched my head in confusion and said, what is going on here behind the scenes? Okay. Like, are their marketing teams working together behind the scenes? This has been a very interesting situation with these two, right? It all started back in July in the Hollywood Hills. You guys are privy to the story. There's been a lot of talk, a lot of slander, a lot of back and forth. So I thought that this was interesting that Tory Lanez made an announcement of some sort of project coming out on November 6th. He posted this saying that this project is going to be coming out November 20th. Then 4 days ago, Meg Thee Stallion made the announcement that her debut album is coming out on November 20th. I said, this is not a coincidence. Now, update, Tory Lanez did a video. I think I saw it on his Instagram page where he stated that he is going to be changing the date of the capsules. That's the name of the project. And I think he said it's going to be released on Thanksgiving Day. So I don't know if it's going to still be coming out on November 20th, Tory Lanez's project, but he moved the date. But when I first saw this, I was like, nah, this is wild. This is a little crazy. So here is Megan Thee Stallion's, picture, talking about her album. Listen, the visuals are great. Here's another. This is on her Instagram page, Meg Thee Stallion. Just the newspaper theme, and good news is sprawled all over it. It's another photo. So she's just promoting, working overtime to promote her album. The visuals are great. I love the visuals. Meg takes a good photos. Whoever is styling her does a great job. She looks amazing. Okay. Now I'm going to get into the whole GQ cover in a minute, but today the track list was released. Now this is what I was waiting for. I'm excited about this. So these are the tracks that are going to be on her album. 17 songs we're getting, right? That's an album. How long these songs are going to be, we don't know. Nowadays these songs are like under 3 minutes. Not like back in the day where you had like a 4 or 5 minute song or so. But anyway, so 17 songs are going to be on Good News. She has features from DaBaby, the City Girls, which is a good look. I like that collaboration already. Lil Durk is going to be on there. SZA, Popcorn. He is a dancehall reggae artist, one of my faves. The name of that song is Intercourse. So we already know where that's going. Okay. So I'm looking forward to number 11 for sure. That's probably the first track that I'm going to listen to. Who else she has? Big Sean, and 2 Chainz, Go Crazy. I'm hoping that song will be like a club banger, up tempo bounce. I like 2 Chainz, his flow. Big Sean, he can go either way. He could do like a slow tempo. He can do a bop, a up tempo bop. And with Meg, her flow is real Houston bounce. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that's going to be given as well. We know the Savage remix featuring Beyonce. We've heard that. We've heard Girls in the Hood, and we've heard Don't Stop. And we saw the video for Don't Stop featuring Young Thug. I'm going to be honest. I don't like Don't Stop featuring Young Thug. Didn't really give me anything. The video was, I guess, there were a lot of colors and patterns. We've seen that before. So Don't Stop, I'm not feeling that song. Girls in the Hood was all right. I liked the little bop. I like she was talking her talk in there. So I'm looking forward to taking in this album and critiquing it and seeing what Megan can give us, right? Hopefully there'll be a lot of range on the album. A lot of artists sometimes, especially rappers, can get like pigeonholed into one sound. They get like kind of marginalized. Sometimes they do it to themselves. Sometimes, depending on who their producers are, or ghostwriters or writers, they can kind of pigeonhole them into one sound. So I'm looking for range on this. The first song that I'm going to go to, though, for sure is number 11 with Popcorn. I want to see what he's given. I'm here for it. City Girls is probably going to be the track that I listen to next. I'm not going to listen to this in order. I never do. Most albums I don't listen to in order from 1 to 17. I jump around. So I don't know. I kind of know what to expect from City Girls. The name of the song is Do It on the Tip. So we know what City Girls give. We know what Meg gives. So I'm looking for range. I want to see some range, Megan. I want to see some different flows. I want to see some different topics that you discuss. Shots Fired, number 1. The number 1 song on the track list. I can only imagine what that's going to be about. Now, let's be honest. Tory Lanez came out with his album, 2 months ago, a month ago or so. And he talked about the situation between he and Megan. So hopefully Megan will talk about the situation from her point of view. I don't know. Maybe she'll be talking some ish. I'm not against that. I like ish talkers when you're on the mic. That's why I like Nicki Minaj. I'm getting tongue tied. That iced coffee. Nicki Minaj, she has a wide range. I'm not comparing Megan to Nicki Minaj. I'm just bringing this up. Nicki can talk that talk. She can be silly. She can be romantic. She can be real hard and street. So I like that. So let me know what you think about Megan Thee Stallion's debut album. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, family. This song, I don't remember what outlet I was reading from, that her album is already gold because of the Savage remix, I think, because that song did numbers. So her album, it might be easy for her if it's good, like if it's really good and if it's a fan favorite and people are, streaming it, buying it, all that good stuff. It may be easy for this album to reach platinum status, so she's out the gate before her album even debuts. It's already determined that it's gold. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I did read that somewhere. I don't know if it was Double XL that I read that or Hip Hop News, one of those outlets. So I'm excited about the track list. So that came out today. That was 3 hours ago that she posted this onto her Instagram page. All right. Megan also has her collaboration with Fashion Nova. That's going to be launching in 2 days. You see the two bouncing on the screen? So Megan Thee Stallion is definitely doing her thing. She has her collaboration with Savage Fenty. She just did a photo shoot not too long ago. So she's got a lot of things in the works. She's with Revlon. Is it Revlon, the makeup company? She's got billboards all over the place. People sending her pictures of billboards, her face plastered all over the billboards, promoting her album. So November 20th, her album debuts. And she's also going to be performing. She has a special premiere performance on November 22nd at 7 Central on ABC, the American Music Awards, the AMAs. So Megan is buzzing. She's keeping herself busy. So now let's get into this GQ cover, okay? And then we're going to, move on to Tory Lanez. Please make sure you're paying your admission fee, hitting the like button. Thank you in advance. I greatly appreciate it. All right. So there's a lot of mixed emotions I'm seeing on the social media streets about this, right? GQ has their 25th annual Men of the Year issue that's out now, and Megan Thee Stallion is plastered on the front, the cover, and she has been given the award Rapper of the Year. Now, some people are saying, what makes Megan deserving of this accolade? I don't know what the requirements are for GQ to deem someone Rapper of the Year, but apparently Megan fit the criteria. I don't know. I tried Googling, but I got nowhere, and I didn't want to waste time. I wanted to get this video out because I missed you guys. So let's take a look at some of the photos. Again, this is on Meg Thee Stallion's Instagram page. There's some of the photos. I'll tell you, visuals are on point. So, there it is. Now, let's shift gears, okay? Go back to the GQ cover. And this is on GQ's website, The Year of the Stallion. Now, this article was very good, in my opinion. I think that you guys, if you care, take the time and read it. It's very, 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 very lengthy. I'm not going to sit here and read the entire thing, but it is worth reading. Now, the way that this article was written, it seems as though this interview that she did with GQ took place shortly after that summer incident, in the Hollywood Hills. And the writer and interviewer did a very good job of setting the tone to draw the reader in, at least me, It opens up with Megan Thee Stallion has been silent for about 30 seconds, hoping that the tears gathering in her eyes don't give way to a full cry. 30 seconds feels longer than 30 seconds when you're watching a person hold it together, trying to hide a cry face that probably hasn't changed much since childhood. So you see the drama that they've already written in the opening paragraph of the article draws you in. So this is from the interviewer's point of view. They're just setting the tone, saying that they're getting ready to start the interview. Megan is trying to fight back tears. That's what leads me to believe that this interview took place shortly after the summer incident. So here's a picture that we saw. This article just pretty much talks about what happened that night. Megan Thee Stallion said that Tory Lanez tried to pay her, okay, not to say anything after that incident took place. Megan Thee Stallion said in the interview that Tory tried to pay her as well as her friend, who we now know is it Kelsey or Kylie? Not Kylie, Kelsey. Whoever her friend was that was in the car that night. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. I think it is Kelsey, her former best friend, whatever her name is. Megan doesn't mention her name in the article or during the interview, but she did say her friend. So she made the accusation that Tory tried to pay her off after he did what she is accusing him of doing. What else? They talked about I love this photo. This photo is bomb. Shout out to whoever the photographer is. So this part I highlighted. This was very interesting. So this says Megan often tells herself, always trust your first mind, her way of saying, listen to your gut. That night, her first mind told her to get out of the car and find another way home. She tried exiting the vehicle to call for a different ride, but her phone died. It was late. She was in a bikini and everyone was telling her to just get back in. So she did, even though there was an argument brewing. Megan doesn't want to get into the specifics of the dispute, who started it, what it was about, but ultimately it doesn't matter. As has been reported, when she tried to get out of the car again and walk away, according to Megan, Lanez started popping at her feet, wounding her. She tells me being the interviewer, she tells me the rest with disbelief still in her voice. She says, like, I put my hands on nobody, she says. I barely even said anything to the man who popped me when I was walking away. We were literally like 5 minutes away from my house. So like I said, the tone of this sounds like it was, this interview took place after after that Hollywood Hills incident. Now, it's interesting because this was released yesterday, November 16th on GQ's website, right? So it makes me wonder, like, okay, did they just hold off and said, let's just use this as a marketing tool, release this, 4 days before your debut album is going to be released? I guess that's a good marketing strategy. Unfortunately, it's because of a unfortunate event, but why not release it sooner? Maybe they couldn't for legal reasons, maybe because there was an investigation going on. That would be the most logical reason, right? What do you guys think? Put it in the comments, let me know. So then it goes on to say that, after Megan got popped, Lanez begged her not to say anything. She says he offered Megan and her friend money to stay quiet. She says, at this point, I'm really scared, Megan says, because this is like right in the middle of all the protesting. The police are doing what they're doing. I'm paraphrasing because, I can't say certain things. Like, you just popped me. Now, a lawyer for Tory Lanez denied that he offered Megan and her friend anything. So they're denying this or whatever. So when the cops arrived, Megan says that she just wanted to avoid trouble. She worried that they'd get arrested or end up, victims, if they were found with a hammer in the car. The first thing she said to the responding officers who noticed her bloody feet was, I got cut. This is what she said that she told the officers. I got cut. Okay. Okay. So she did confirm, that she was popped. She got onto Instagram. This is another photo from the GQ magazine. You guys remember she got on Instagram and said, you dry pop me. Yes, Tory, pop me, in both my feet or whatever else that she said. So it was just a lot going on when all of this hit the streets. It was just crazy. It was just a media frenzy. Megan, she went on to also talk about her upbringing. She talked about her mom and how her mom raised her by herself. And, it was a lot. And she goes into talking about how Black women are not protected and how she always feels that she has to be tough and has to be strong. She said that some of her friends didn't even call and check on her, and she called them and I guess confronted them about it, and now they call her every 5 minutes. So she just talked about a lot of different things. She talked about, her lyrics, her song lyrics, and sexual power and women having sexual power. But these photos are gorge, really, really well shot. They look good. So She says, I feel like men think that they own sex, and I feel like it scares them when women own sex. So she just talked about like her provocative lyrics and how she feels about sexuality and women empowerment, etc., etc. So how do you guys feel about Meg being on the cover of GQ? So I encourage you guys to read the article. Other outlets are like taking snippets and putting them into their article, which is fine, but read the whole thing if you're interested. I read it from beginning to end. It was a very interesting article. Some things were kind of like, that's not what was said here. That's not what was said there, but whatever. We know the media can spin certain things. So again, I guess this is a good marketing strategy. Let's hold off to release this until 4 days before your album. Why the heck not? It's going to get everyone anxious to listen to the album to see if there's going to be any, shade thrown, if there's going to be any shade thrown at Tory Lanez, or if she's going to speak about the incident in detail or kind of subtly the way Tory Lanez did. So the album is definitely going to get sales. I don't doubt that for a second. Number one, you have her diehard fans, and then you also have the people who are diehard fans and want to know if she's going to talk about this situation. So we shall see. But the cover looks great. It's giving real Beyonce Lemonade vibes. I'm just saying, maybe that was the inspiration, which is not a bad thing. Most artists get inspired by other artists, and they kind of like put their own spin on some of their favorite artists' work. So again, Tory Lanez, his lawyers, they're denying, Tory Lanez himself is denying. Tory's attorneys tells TMZ that he has never offered money to any witness for their silence or for any other reason. Any reports to the contrary are false. Now, this is according to TMZ. I don't need to read the rest of this article because it pretty much reiterates what I just said. Now, as far as Tory Lanez is concerned, let me tell you what I think. I think Complex, I don't know. I don't think they gotten much for Tory, because I've read a few articles where they are Team Meg, which is fine, but as an outlet, a media outlet with journalists, you are supposed to remain unbiased, right? That's what I thought. But then again, they can do whatever they want. It is what it is. So what's happening in Tory Lanez's case, right? This was published November 12th. I'm a little behind, like I said, just coming back from my little vacay. A lot has been going on. I didn't even touch on all the music and albums that's coming out. There's a lot going on, but I wanted to touch on this because, Megan Thee Stallion's album is coming out. Her track list came out, and this is all the buzz. So Tory Lanez has court tomorrow, November 18th. So we shall see. So as far as his case is concerned, right, what he's being charged with. Now, Tory Lanez was arrested July 12th around 4:40 a.m. The arrest was made by the LA Police Department after officers responded to a call about a disturbance outside of a Hollywood Hills home. At the time of the arrest, a spokesperson for the LAPD confirmed that Lanez was arrested for a felony count of carrying a concealed weapon in a vehicle. On October 8th, the LA District Attorney's Office announced that Lanez was being charged with one felony count, each of assault with a semi-automatic firearm and carrying a loaded unregistered firearm in a vehicle. Lanez also faces an allegation of using that firearm to inflict great bodily injury. Using a firearm. Let me read that right. Now, what do the records say happened? Now, court records claim that Tory Lanez was riding in an SUV in Hollywood Hills with a 25-year-old female friend. Now, here's what I don't understand. I've read a few articles that say the same thing, right? They're getting this from court documents and the court records. It always says a 25-year-old female, a female. It doesn't say Megan, Jovan, Pete, Ruth Pete, or whatever. It doesn't say Megan Thee Stallion, nor does it say, what is the girl's name, y'all? Kelsey? That's her name? The friend. It doesn't name them. Now, if this is in court records, why doesn't it have her name listed on it? I don't know. I'm just asking. But I just found that interesting. Anyway, so riding in an SUV in Hollywood Hills with a 25-year-old female friend on Sunday, July 12th, when an argument broke out. Lanez is accused of popping several times at the victim's feet and wounding her. The victim is not named in the district attorney's public release, but based on medical documents and public statements made on social media. So now the law is looking to social media for clues. When did that happen? Anyway, the victim is believed to be rapper Megan Thee Stallion. That confuses me. So all my legal folks, my legal intellects, help me out. You know, social media, huh? So the streets be watching. So the feds be watching your social media and all that stuff. But why doesn't it say her name on any of these court documents? Or maybe it's just what the district attorney released to the public. It doesn't have her name on it. That's just odd. I just find that weird. Like, why not? This is what makes me think, like, is this something that's being conjured up and edified behind the scenes by these, you know, media companies, record companies? I'm not saying that nothing happened that night, but that's kind of odd. Okay, so what happened at the first court hearing? So on October 13th, an arraignment court hearing was held for Tory Lanez's case at the Fultz Criminal Justice Center, where the rapper was ordered to stay at least 100 yards away from Megan Thee Stallion and cease all contact with her. A judge also ordered Lanez to surrender every hammer he owned. His bail was increased and posted at $190,000. Lanez, who made his court appearance by phone, was documented as saying, "Yes, Your Honor," in response to a series of questions from the judge. He did not enter a plea. However, he didn't enter a plea. So that's what's going to take place tomorrow, November 18th, 2020. He will be entering a plea when he goes to court. Now, during the initial hearing, Lanez's criminal lawyer requested a continuance to postpone the arraignment until the following month, to which the judge approved. So that's what's happening at the next hearing. Lanez's new arraignment date is set for November 18th, where he is expected to enter a plea. Deputy District Attorney Kathy Ta of the Family Violence Division is prosecuting the case. Now, Sean Hawley, that's Tory Lanez's lawyer, is representing Tory Lanez. The hearing will take place at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time on Wednesday, November 18th at the Clara Shortridge Fultz Criminal Justice Center. If convicted, Lanez faces up to 22 years in prison. So what will his plea be? Now, we won't know for sure until this is according to Complex. It makes sense. We're not going to know what his plea is until the hearing takes place, but he is expected by many to enter a plea of not guilty. In the months leading up to his court appearance, Lanez has maintained his innocence, denying any wrongdoing in the situation. Though he originally remained silent in the days following the incident, he eventually emerged on social media and released a 17-track. Now, 17 tracks are on his album. Meg Thee Stallion is coming out with an album that's 17 tracks as well. I'm just pointing that out. May not be any correlation to the two. I'm just saying. So he released a 17-track album that addressed his side of the story. On the album, the rapper suggested he was being framed, saying he was the target of a smear campaign. After the district attorney's office officially charged him in the situation, Lanez tweeted, "The truth will come to light. I have all faith in God to show that. Love to all my fans and people that have stayed true to me and know my heart. A charge is not a conviction. If you have supported me or Meg through this, I genuinely appreciate you." Now, I can go on and on. I think this is the last paragraph. Is there any evidence? Which is a good question, because a lot of people were saying they need proof. There were a lot of speculations. This was a media frenzy, and I intentionally stayed away from going too deep into this because I have my own opinions, and I'm just not saying anything. I'm just presenting the information and asking questions like most people are doing. We just want to know what the heck really happened. Is there any evidence? So there's currently no footage of the actual incident that's available to the public, although TMZ says a cell phone recording does exist. Now, TMZ is saying, "We're told police have been notified that there is a cell phone video of the situation." That's what TMZ reports. Now, that will be an interesting turn of events. If there's cell phone footage of the incident, yikes. Is yikes. Now, our law enforcement sources tell us they have not put eyes on that video yet. Why? If it can be considered evidence. Again, witnesses have been difficult, but obviously, if they do see it, it could dramatically change the case. There is video footage that captures the moments immediately after the incident. However, in the video, a woman believed to be Megan Thee Stallion is seen limping backwards with her hands in the air. Now, we all saw that. TMZ put that video out because, their helicopter was out there. I don't believe that was a police helicopter. I think it was TMZ's helicopter, but whatever. What do I know? I could be totally wrong. And we saw when the officers pulled over the SUV and everyone was asked to get out of the vehicle. And we did see Megan Thee Stallion with her hands up, limping backwards, and it looked like she was leaking from her feet. Now, another woman is also seen kneeling on the ground. That's the best friend. When the video was first shared, fans believe Megan had been arrested as well, but the rapper set the record straight during an Instagram live session. There was also some details and materials that could be used as additional evidence in the case. Tory Lanez was charged with having an unregistered hammer in his possession at the time of arrest, so the weapon will likely be entered as evidence in court. There are also witnesses, though not in the district attorney's official release. Megan's friend Kelsey, that is her name, Kelsey Nicole, said that she was present in the vehicle at the time of the incident. Megan has also alleged Tory was accompanied by his security team that night. So I think that we are the only thing that we could go on is what some of these media outlets have been saying, which can be twisted and skewed and fabricated, leaving us on just chasing our tails for those of us who are really interested in what took place. There have been many people questioning the validity of Megan's statements. There are people questioning the validity of Tory Lanez's statements. Kelsey Nicole is not saying anything really at all, but I think we're going to know more tomorrow, November 18th. 2020, after the court case, and I'm pretty sure social media is going to be set ablaze. I'll be keeping my eye out for who is going to be releasing the information and how they're going to be releasing it and what is in the what is in the article. Right? I'm going to be reading it. It's basically what I'm trying to say. So this should be interesting. So if there is evidence that they have that they're not releasing to the public, they don't have to release it to the public, but this will be interesting. So listen, anything is possible. I don't doubt anything. I don't doubt that things can be tampered with. I don't put anything past any of these law enforcement, anything, judges, lawyers. I don't put anything past any of them. So we just basically will have to wait and see. It seems like we're getting closer to some sort of resolution, so this can be put to rest. So I'm still going to continue to keep both Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion in my prayers. Same thing for Kelsey Nicole. I feel like this could be bad for the both of them long term, not just what we're seeing right now, but just, I don't know. I just try to keep a positive frame of mind. I do really feel for both of them because, as I said before in previous videos when I did commentary about this, I just feel that behind the scenes, things that we don't see are at their necks, both Megan and Tory. And I feel like once these people who are pulling the strings get what they want, they're going to be yesterday's news, so hopefully that's not the case, and I could be wrong. Hopefully I am wrong. That's just how I feel about it. Like, to me, there's no side for me to take, you know what I'm saying? Because I just look beyond what's thrown in our face. I try to think what's really going on behind the scenes, because they're the ones with the control and the power, and they're doing what they're doing. So as far as what happened, people have their assumptions. I can't say that Tory Lanez did or didn't do anything. I wasn't there. And I know that sounds very cliche and corny, but I wasn't. I'm not the one to jump, and say, oh my gosh, he did it, or oh my gosh, he didn't do it. I don't know. Some things don't make sense to me. And maybe they're not supposed to make sense because maybe people behind the scenes don't want certain things to make sense so that everyone can keep kind of being divided and fighting back and forth and picking sides. You do what you want to do. I just present the information and it is what it is. So drop down in the comments and tell me what you think. But congratulations, Meg Thee Stallion. You got, Rapper of the Year on GQ. You got the cover of GQ. You're launching your collaboration with Fashion Nova 2 more days, and your album will be coming out on the 20th. So it seems like things are on the up and up for Megan Thee Stallion. Tory Lanez is going to be releasing another project as well. So I'm definitely going to be listening to that, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm just interested in the music, man. That's it. All this other stuff, it can get real ugly, and it's getting real nasty. And tomorrow, Lord only knows what is going to transpire after tomorrow. Well, Royal Family, that's all I got. Ain't got no more. Just wanted to swing through with a quick hot topics video for you. I missed you all, but I'm back. Make sure you have your notifications on because I will be uploading like I normally do. Make sure you check out the Braxton Family Values review. It's late, but it's up. There's also Sisters. Tyler Perry's Sisters, the most recent episode. I did the review for that as well. I think I posted that yesterday or late last night. That is already up. So that's it. That's all I got for this Hot Topics segment. Thank you for joining me. Please, if you haven't paid your admission fee, hit the like button. Drop your comments and let me know what you think. Please, no profanity in the comment section. Just don't. You can express your opinion about Megan, about Tory, about Kelsey Nicole. Hell, you can express your opinion about me and my commentary. Just do it respectfully. No profanity. That's all I ask. So drop down in the comments, share your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Okay? Make sure those notifications are on, like I said. Okay? And if you're not subscribed, check out the other content on the channel, browse around. And if you would like to join our royal family and be notified every time I upload, hit the subscribe button and click all when you click the notification bell. All right. I think I said everything I needed to say. I'm back, y'all, and I missed y'all. All right, so I'm signing off because I got some more content to upload for you guys. So as always, I'm signing off, and until next time, peace.